Hello, world, and welcome to Snap Together Saturday. Tonight, I am building the one, the only, real grade GaoGaiGar, King of the Braves. Here's the manual, because I don't have time to put it. Well, I guess I can put the box. The box is too big for my frame, but here's the box. It's the same size as the the real grade new Gundam. Actually, the same size as the new Gundam as well. Actually, I don't think Sazabi has the big box. Maybe it does. But yeah, big box for real grade. And it's actually a combiner. Because then you've got Galeon as well as Drill Gao. Is it Express Gao? Let me double check here. GaoGaiGar, Drill Gao, Stealth Gao, and I think it is Express Gao. Liner Gao. There we go. So yeah. Oh, it's even got treads. But yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Let me get this my restream bot up. Restream, where's my chat? So I'm just trying to find my chat here. Is it even going to show up? I don't even know. Here's... Okay. It should just show up in restream chat. I know after a great start here, I apologize. Just trying to see something. There we go. Okay. All right. So, with that out of the way, my runners are off to the side here, rather than in front of me, just because there's a lot of them. There's I don't know, 25 or so. I didn't think to count. Runs A through J, K, but there's a lot of doubles and stuff. So, yeah. Let's just get into it. Let's see. And I forgot to get my tools out here. I'm doing great here. Get my actual goddamn tools here. File. tweezers. May or may not need the markers, but we'll see. All right. Separator. Paint a liner. Let me show you my workspace here. Let's get into it. Fitting parts, trimming under material. White boxes, plastic stickers. Well, speaking of which, where did those end up? My lovely decal sheet. These are the realistic decals, and here's the plastic stickers. Okay, so that's just for lighter gal, honestly. Ugh. Even on the real grade, they're not painted. That's worst part, color separated. That was my complaint about the high grade, or the S&P. All right, let's just get into it. Start with the chest. I wish it would tell me which or something at a given time, but what you're gonna do. A H F Actually, has this got a full inner frame? No. Okay. Oh, H2. What's the... And GH1 as well. Whoops. Okay, let's just cut out the pieces that I need and take it from there. Over here, put on my entertainment. A12.
King_XGaiser99. GaoGaiGar. The build is not as complex as other real grade kits tbh, but it was a fun build, not gonna lie, except the fingers can be a little bit hectic, so careful with those.
Yeah, that's good to know. I can already tell you it doesn't seem to have an inner frame. Or maybe it does, I don't know. Yeah, no, just the body, so 239, A12. But yeah, it's just gonna be, I mean, it's still a real grade and has to transform or combined, so it's not gonna be a walk in the park, but we'll see where it takes me. H14.
King_XGaiser99. Also just finished building SMP Goldran, and you're right, it's not enough gold.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, mine is somewhere in Japan. I haven't shipped it. I don't really remember who I ordered it from, but yeah. Now I'm thinking about international shipping and all that fun stuff. $8 tariff charge. What do I want to unplex? A lot of things, honestly, but let's see here. How's everybody been? I should ask that. Let's try to be conversational here. So everybody, I've only got one person here. Okay.
King_X_Geyser99. Everything good here. How about the tariff? How it going on, lady?
I don't even want to think about the tariffs. Like I said, tariffs, I didn't order anything. I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff, just piling up in Japan. I didn't think to ship anything before the tariff, the 0 day basically. And I'm just thinking about whenever I do inevitably ship it, it's going to be a pain. It's going to be expensive. I don't even know what's going to happen. Because, with the $80 de minimis charge, that's not fun. All right. A 33 and 32. So I have to start ordering through Toe Collectibles more because they weren't getting the de minimis exception because they were ordering in bulk. Crates and crates of stuff. So whatever the tariffs are is already baked into their prices. Shit sucks.
King_XGeyser99. Question: are you guys still collecting model kits even though JP postspends the shipping in the US or going for a long hiatus?
Hang on, I forgot to plug in my laptop. We do that before we get back to your question. All right. To answer that, I intend to keep collecting, but I will probably scale it back. I've got a decent backlog back here. Behind me is the change views here. Oh, that won't work. Behind me in my backlog, I have the High Grade, Nightingale, Sawzabee, Goof, Unicorn Perfectibility, Destroy Mode from the Gundam base, FRS, Kuga, Ultimate Form, Zeo, Ghost, High Grade Barbados, Barbados Lupus, and Barbados Lupus Rex from Gundam, S&P Maji King, still working on Mini Pla King Oger Zero, Entry Grade, New Gundam FF, and then real grade Wing Gundam. So that's what's in my backlog right now. I've got some stuff on order. Listen, I've got all the Gold Trend stuff ordered from Japan stores. Haven't shipped it. Some may not be in stock yet. I forget where. I'll have to figure out what to do with shipping for that. And then, of course, Wool Kaiser, Saint Kaiser should be on order. If they aren't, I'll double check if they are. Let me look at but I'll probably buy more. I mean, I tend to buy about a lot of stuff local anyway. But why is it playing the wrong? I updated that. Hang on. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Duh. So I wasn't playing the King of Zero stuff because I forgot to turn off that one. Okay. Anyway, I will probably have to scale back on Mini Plus S&P stuff imports to focus on American stuff that's already in America from bulk importers. So I guess I'll be doing more Gunpla and Bandai Hobby stuff in the future. Like I said, if we ever get out of this fucking mess, hopefully I can resume S&P. I'm not gonna stop, but it's gonna have to scale back, I guess. But I do have too much stuff, so I don't know, man. We'll see. We're kind of playing it by ear here.
King_XGeyser99. That's unfortunate for model kit or figure collectors like you guys in the US.
I mean, it's not only Constellations. It's not just us. A lot of hobbies are going to be affected by this. A lot of businesses are going to be affected by this. I mean, Trump or probably Stephen Miller, whoever's actually pulling the strings. The logic is to promote American industry, but it's not. Even if the materials exist over here, you can't transition that industry overnight. Sort of not in the time they've been discussing. So. Just a shitty situation. We've elected a dictator, and we're gonna have to. Things aren't gonna get better, not for a while.
Zaylert Zombie Esther. Hello.
Hello, welcome to my show. I'm building a robot. Really strange, just very out of unusual for me, I know. Let me show you. Well, you can see the thumbnail, but I'm building GaoGaiGar.
Zaylert Zombie Esther.
GaoGaiGar.
Wow, never seen you build on of those before.
I know, it's truly novel, isn't it? This is technically, I've built the character before, although not on. I don't remember if GaoGaiGar was one of my earliest live streams. I remember the Super Mini Plug GaoGaiGar. I built that in like 2022 or so. Just try and get some photos. Because I've been going through my photos on Google Drive. Just trying to, put stuff in albums so I can organize it better. Look back at what I've done. And, some of my earlier stuff, I didn't take many pictures of it during assembly. Only post-assembly. And I need to go back and do that. Well, I can't take pictures during assembly of them anymore because they're assembled, but it's how I evolve, how my style evolves. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah. Lion turns into a robot, combines with a bullet train, a stealth jet, stealth bomber, and a twin drill tank to become a bigger robot. It's there. Behind the chat window. Actually, this probably would benefit from. Well.
King_X_Geyser99. TBH, I'm collecting all the main Brave series mechs, but I kinda miss out on Dag 1, which kinda sucked for me.
To be fair, well, as like the first outside of GaoGaiGar is the first one. The second, like it's kind of got early SMP syndromes. I mean, it's still great. It's still pretty good. I'm trying to think. What if I had to draw a complaint? I like that it doesn't have as many replacement parts as some of the newer ones. Although Gold Run doesn't either. Thankfully, it's literally just the hands, and that's it. That's very nice. That one's good. Still not 100% sure. After having them for 5 years, still not 100% sure what to do with the larger, with with Dag Fire and Fire N. They just kind of stick around because it comes with a small Fire Dag one comes with a larger transforming Dag Fire. Car. It actually transforms into the robot. And then a small one that does not transform. It's just sticking inside the robot for combination. And then Power Dag one comes with both a larger posable Fire N, and then also tiny Fire N just to stick on the shovel, and another Fire N, no, Dag Fire, to stick inside the robot. But so that they're out of scale, obviously, with the larger robots. But I don't know, it's kind of like the android that comes with the Firebird series. It's just kind of it's got to accept that you get an extra dude. Yeah, but as far as construction goes, or just as far as getting them, they're fine. They're good. They're good kits, but you're not like. And I can get maybe obviously FOMO, all that stuff. If you missed out, but it's not. Well, they'll come around eventually. They'll get reissued again. I mean, they were just reissued not too long ago. I don't know, what's 2 years ago or so. But they'll get reissued again in a couple of years probably. I got Fire Dagwan without even barely. I just knew it's another Brave. I didn't know anything about it. I hadn't seen the show. I still haven't seen the show. Honestly, I haven't seen any of the Brave shows. I saw a couple episodes. I watched 2 episodes of each series a couple years back, just to get a feel for them. Then I started watching a little bit more of Might Guy and X Kaiser, and GaoGaiGar. I think I watched episode up to 3 or 4 of GaoGaiGar. That's how you do more of that, but yeah. I mostly buy it for the aesthetics and just to say I've got all the Brave robots. Like when I got Dagwan was kind of an impulse buy. I was just like, yeah, they have it. Looks cool. I'll get it. Go back and get GaoGaiGar later. That did. And then I initially missed out on Firebird and the next one they did. No, I might have gotten. No, so yeah, I missed It might have been Fiber I missed, because the next one was Might Gain, which I got as it came out. So I think I... Oh, I know what it is. I skipped... so I didn't get Power Dagwon. I only got Fire Dagwon, did not get Power Dagwon. Lian and Gun Kid didn't get any of those. Then, like I said, I skipped the Firebird line entirely. Still low-key regret not getting Dryas. But like I said, I went back eventually and ordered... I got secondhand, well, this quote-unquote used from Mami Ami orders of Firebird, Grandbird, and Power Dagwon at different points. As well as, I've got the Might Gain, Might Kaiser. And then I've got... I still need to paint these up, but I built, let's say, Jay Decker and Duke Fire a few months ago. Because I still have not painted those. I should get around to that eventually. Well, I've been saying that for a few months. I don't know how to slow down and do everything in one go. My problem is that I like to build. I like to build and like to stream and move on to the next thing. I'm rambling. I apologize. Maybe I don't apologize, because it's not like I'm saying anything otherwise. Oh, I don't like that comes out. That's going to need to be glued in there. What the hell's the logic with that? Okay, this piece comes out way too easily. I don't like that. It's not often that I have to glue kits while I'm working on them, but here we go. Okay. Got us a lion haze. Rawr. Putting the Gao in GaoGaiGar. Gao. I've put a lot of lions in my time building. Like Japan likes lions, like they're the king of the jungle or something. Okay, F, H, and A again.
_xgeyser99. Weight loose on the kit, and also the tiny drill tip on drill Gao is also loose, so don't loose that on the void.
Duly noted. Might have to remind me again once I get there, or I'll probably be able to tell. But yeah. 124. That's right, I've lost more glue from just tipping over the bottle than I've actually ever used from this thing. It's not the first time that's happened. Ow!
_xgeyser99. Curse of being clumsy sometimes. King_XGeyser99. Okay, before I leave I have something to ask. What is your ranking for the SMP Brave kits that you own so far? Also, I'll be back later.
Let me see. I want to say either Dagwan or Firebird might be the best just in terms of not having to replace everything. I guess overall, that's a hard question. I gotta think about this. Actually, I think Jay Decker was a really good kit. I haven't messed with it much. I built every main and every second robot except for that's been out, except for I did not buy Alternative Destiny X Kaiser, and I have not gotten my gold drawn stuff in yet, so I can't speak for those. But I got the main and second robot from everything. So I got GaoGaiGar, Goldie Marg, and also King Jader. I got Firebird, Fire Dagwan, and Power Dagwan, Firebird and Grandbird. I got Might Guide and Might Kaiser, Jay Decker and Duke Fire. So out of those, I'm partial to Firebird as far as aesthetics, but I feel like just as far as actual Firebird might be the best. I don't know. Either Firebird or Jay Decker is the best, I think. Mike Gine, I've had a couple. It's got the butterfly joints are too fragile. They've cracked on some places. Let's see. Firebird, like I said, it's good, but I don't remember if it has. No, it does not have the butterfly joint shoulders. Or does it? I forget. I don't remember. The shoulders and thing are weird. But Jay Decker, Fire Dagwan's good. Power Dagwan is so-so. GaoGaiGar is fine. Goldie Marg is okay. I mean, it was good for. I mean, they were. It was a good first attempt, I guess, at making it a particularly Goldie Marg. I imagine the real grade is better. Jader is fun. This feels like a big high grade. This is G7. Do I have 2 Gs? I do have 2 Gs, okay. Like I said, Jader is just big and chunky. Really like him, actually. Like I said, Duke Fire and Jay Decker would be better if they didn't have so many replacement parts. Same for Mike Guy has a ton of replacement parts. Mike Kaiser has so many replacement parts that you have to use to make him look good. I hate that. That's my biggest pet peeve. Like I said, Firebird has to me. Dagwan doesn't have that except for like hands, head. Otherwise, whatever. I would have to really stop and think to list them. I'm sorry if I'm just kind of rambling. But like I just I think the Firebird series is probably the top. And then probably needs to replace on Jay Decker. Is it just the arms? I think 22. I'm trying to remember what needs to be replaced on Jay Decker. If it's just the front cab of the police car, if it's like some parts of the arms as well. I know in Duke Fire you got to do a lot of replacement for him to work. Fiber at the top. GaoGaiGar technically at the bottom, only because it's the first. It really shows its age. It's almost 10 years old now, and it really shows it. Genesis GaoGaiGar actually. Let me see the back. Genesis GaoGaiGar is fantastic. Only gripe on Genesis is that the shoulder connections are a little bit loose. As in the way that the straight Gao, no, that protect Gao and broken Gao slide into the back of Genesis Galleon. The sides of Genesis Galleon, the way that works, just a little bit weird. Otherwise, Genesis GaoGaiGar might be my favorite. But after that, the Firebird kits are great. Well, Firebird itself is great. Grandbird's job is to be an accessory pack for Firebird, so he's not. He's got a whole
Fatuous
ass.
invitations.
Fuck off.
Best viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space at Rebelmville.
I gotta figure out how to block these bots. Anyway, Firebird is great. Grandbird has an entire fucking waist sticking off his back for the combination, so that's not great. And then also their combination has a lot of extra parts, replacement parts, so that's annoying. But Firebird himself, really great. Just don't lose the little Firebird, the little android that goes in the inside of them. It's easy to slip out, easy to lose. Might Gun, like I said, great designs, just a little too fiddly. Don't like that they made the big head for Might Gun in a separate pack. Might Carrier, I didn't get that. Might Kaiser, good, but like I said, just some of the butterfly joints are a little too brittle, and have broken, or are close to breaking. There's some design oddities on there that I'm like, why did that leave me scratching my head? So I can't give Mike Guy full marks. And then, yeah. What's the point of this? 14, 15. That's my thoughts.
King_X_Geyser99. Firebird based. And might gain too fragile, that's why I broke mine, that's why I bought a second copy.
Yeah. The Dagwan's good. Solid. Just I feel like I'm underselling or not giving Dagwan enough credit. It's good. I think I have got mixed feelings for it just due to where it was in my when I built it in my life. So that was when I was depresso mode. I built stuff for like months. I know it's like I wanted to use stickers, but I wasn't good enough to paint. I didn't want to use the stickers, but I wasn't good enough to paint. And so I felt bad using the stickers. I think that's what it was.
King_X_Geyser99. NGL big waist on Grandbirds, I call it the butt kibble.
It's like, even Power Dagwan has that giant backpack that's just meant for Dagwan, but it's still, that's not as bad then still. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. Oh, Oh, that's clever, actually. Missed a nub there. Not sure whether they want to attach the whatever. G9, 10, 8, F20. Christ, I cannot watch this. Lots of lines in here I could be filling in that I'm not right now. Let's go back to those. give you one more chance to work before I stop. This is lagging like nobody's business.